PMX 13 here, the incredibly good looking LARPer. Today's a different style of video. It will be a story time. I have no other outlet to talk about this to. And so I was like, let's try YouTube. If no one watches, no one watches, and I get to say this out of my system. So the story time's like how I got basically rejected at my job, my new job. Someone old job. It's internship. So what happened was how I got it. I got an email randomly. I was applying for internships left and right before the summer. Want something to do. All rejections until I got one from a professor saying, "Hey, would you like this one? Pays 20." I was like, 20? I need money. Sure. Turns out we're not getting paid at all. So yeah, but I still got it. And when first meeting, I met this incredible woman. We shared similar humor. We worked together a lot. I'm not gonna say names. Oh yeah, this internship's at like it's local to my school. Startup thing. Mainly that's why we didn't get paid. We're still not getting paid. I'm still there. But of course we trade numbers. Not like, oh, you want my number? It's like, oh, we need to work, here's numbers. And she was like, do you want to work together on these projects that they give us? So I was like, yeah. It was a platonic thing for me at first, but then we started chatting, like finding more stuff in common, like Arrowverse. If you don't know, it's the DC universe on that used to air on the CW, like Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, that kind of stuff. And I'm the only one in my little friend group that watched it when it was out and knew what it was or cared. So that was one of the ones that was like nice, and we had similar music tastes. I have peculiar music taste. Like sometimes I'll be listening to rap 1 second, and I'll be listening to Phineas for BUSTD, you are busted. So yeah, we played a little bit, so we slacked off mainly because we didn't get paid. But yeah, we had some fun. We played Phineas for type songs like that, or songs from like childhood shows. We discussed where those stars are now, stuff like that. Marvel. Hadn't really met a girl that liked Marvel or any sort of the stuff that I'm into. Really, she was never into games though. That's why. Oh, and movies. She loved movies. Like, oh, someone that's also like a movie sort of movie buff. And she was cool. At first it was like platonic, but then as we kept talking and we kept like working together, I started catching feelings for this woman. I don't know if like when we talked, it felt flirtatious. I don't have least amount of experience. When we talked, I felt it flirtatiously. I could be wrong, but every time we talked, I wouldn't know, because whole nother story. First and only girlfriend I had cheated on me with like 7 people. So if this does well, I tell the story about that. But nonetheless, I was like, I don't want to mess this up, because this is a great woman. She takes care of her body. She weight lifts. I walk. We both like exercise. Like I do my exercise. Like I'll sometimes lift. I'll run and walk. And she would lift. I was like, okay, we're doing all that. Movies, Marvel, like, and that's just baseline stuff. And like we also talked about like we're kind of accident prone. We talked about our injuries and how is it like at the college and stuff. We're both like same year and everything. So I'm like, this could be really, really great. I don't want to muck this up. So we talked, but I went like every time she texted, it would be about work, and I would try to make it not about work, even though the work is important. Be like, hey, when do you want to get on for work? I'll try to get the work done as fast as possible so we can just still talk if she had time. And usually we did. But yeah, it was or sometimes I'll just text her out the blue, just be like, hey, how's it going? That and that. But I don't think she'll do it to me sometimes, but not all the time, you know. I didn't want to be the one that always starts it. But like recently, I thought she was feeling the same as well. So I would ask, hey, no, cause no, I'm not gonna tell that part. But recently, it's nothing bad. It was just like a side thing that doesn't really matter. But I was like, oh, we're not doing much for work, so would you like to go and watch a movie? Because we're both like Disney Channel kids, so we were like, hey, let's watch the new Descendants movie, Descendants 5. And you might be wondering, there's Descendants 5? Yes, it just came out. It kind of sucked. It was disappointing. We planned, we watched, we laughed, we were disappointed. But before that though, I asked her on 4th of July, would you like to watch a movie? She did not respond that whole time. And then after I said that, like the same day, I apologized. I was like, oh no, I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. That's probably why. Blah, 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 blah. And then she replied saying sorry, and she doesn't know what I'm apologizing for. So I doubled down and asked, like, hey, you still want to watch, not still want to watch, but are you interested in watching Descendants 5? And she was like, yeah, sure. We picked a day, we watched it. It was really fun. I enjoyed myself. I asked if she enjoyed herself. They leaned up to that. We talked for hours, just not like a little bit. It was like 25% work. The other was talking. Sometimes there'll be awkward silence, but I'll try to fill it in. I don't know. I'm bad at that. But because she will be on TikTok or something. But that's just. I don't think that's a me thing. I think that's like TikTok's fault. Blame everyone but yourself. But I thought it was like a nice time. She said it was great. I asked, do you want to do it again? But this time you will like pick the movie, because I picked Descendants 5 because and she said zombies. So oh yeah, we can do zombies. The next day we usually like start texting at not start texting, but we usually say, hey, you want to get on and talk at like 10-11, because that's where we usually get on for work. I asked, when do you want to watch this? Not zombies, because I've never seen zombies. I never grew up on it. Disney zombies. And I was like, hey, when are you interested in watching it? What time? Did not answer that whole day. Now I've learned, basically I didn't know what I was doing, so I asked AI, and I did not say anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't be like, oh, hello, did you get this? Hello. I just left it at that, and I kept looking on and off my phone until eventually I just turned it off, put it somewhere. So it'd be like, oh, I'm like too lazy to turn it on, and then wait for it to load, and oh, message. Even though I did that, still no message. Disappointing. So I get up the next day, which is today, or was by the time you see this, and I'm like, turn on my phone, and she replied saying, oh, sorry, she was busy, blah blah blah. And because of the previous relationship I was in, I assumed that she's lying. Even though she's a completely different person, I automatically assume that she's lying. Oh, I didn't see it, you're busy. I assume that you're lying. And it's not against her, just after what happened, I don't trust anybody. Just in general. But even so, you could at least said something. That's what said like, oh, she doesn't like me like that because she didn't like text like, hey, I'm busy. But then and also in the thing she said, bro, which I showed my friend, she was like, because I told my friend that the day that she didn't answer when I asked when she wants to watch zombies, and I told him she didn't answer, she hasn't answered the whole day. He was like, like he gave me that face. I was like, oh no. And this has happened before too, but the thing is, he was right. He was like, maybe she's like busy with schoolwork, and then next day she texted, oh, I was busy with schoolwork. But now like it felt different. So I was like, at first, like even if this was going somewhere, I didn't expect it to last long, because but my last girlfriend said, it was the one that cheated on me, said that I am basically nothing, and I won't be able to get someone as good as her, or even anyone for that matter. She was a very religious person too, and like what she said has come to fruition. I'll talk. If this video does well, I'll get into that whole thing. But back to the main point. I was like, oh, this is gonna fail anyway. So I asked, what day is good for you? Because she said during the week. I said, what day is good for you? And also, when our schedules align for school, can I take you out sometime? Did not answer the whole day. Because at first it was like, I was like, should I? Because part of me, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. No. I was like, should I? I don't know, but I was like, I get tired of waiting. I was told like, hey, maybe try one more movie thing and ask, but I got tired of waiting, and maybe I should have waited, but like I just wanted to know, and I felt that she was losing interest in one. I didn't really care, so I asked 2 questions in one. Hey, treat you out date, and also, well, when do you want to watch, and also when our schedule's on, would you like to go on a date with me sometime? Because school's it's close to starting for college students anyway, and she hasn't responded all day, so I take that as a sign of no. This always happens. It's sad being undesirable, leaving like from school, from having a girlfriend who like said that like, oh, I like you, I love you, but like constantly complains. If I got back with my ex, we'll be friends, right, or something like that. And this girl I felt like was like special. Like yeah, I felt something, but it's rough being undesirable. Like even in like the YouTube space, hey, you want to collab? Just like always, just like on red or nah. Even that, like being undesirable in that too, it's just like wow. Like I feel like I have an aura around me just saying like, ill, go away. Don't like this man. Which is fine. It's the thing that I have to accept. I really did like her though. So yeah, that was it. That was my story time. I'm not gonna make this video longer than it has to be. Thank you for listening. Hopefully I can tell more stories in the future. Other than that, thank you. And let me get these fish. And good night.